All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sober Open Mic Night. Yeah, it's going to be all kinds of fun. Hey, do me a favor, raise your hand if this is your first ever Sober Open Mic Night. All right, look at all these people. Welcome to you all. Let's say a little bit about who we are, then a little bit about what we do. So these Sober Open Mic Nights, let me say this first, by the way. Welcome to our online people, those of you joining us on Facebook or YouTube and the Phoenix platform. We're so glad to have you with us tonight. Be sure you give in the comments section, put your congratulations and your praise for each performer who comes up and show them some love, y'all. All right, here's what we do, here's what we're about. We've been partnering with the Phoenix now for over 4 years to do these Sober Open Mic Nights. So we've been doing them for a while. And I'll say a little bit about me. I'm Ryan Canaday. I'm the pastor and executive director here at Free Recovery Community. If you don't know who we are, this is a community for addicts, loved ones of addicts, and spiritual refugees. And our mission here is very simple. It is to break the silence of addiction while creating space for healing, recovery, and spiritual connection. If you're wondering about everything we do, you can hop on the website or download the app. It's free to download, Free Recovery Community. We have over 50 recovery meetings here, all different forms of recovery. We have a cafe that's open 9 to 9 throughout the week. Feel free to get up and get a latte or a muffin, whatever you want to get. We have services on Saturday nights. If you're looking for a place to connect, we do 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. The 7 p.m. is live streamed. So we partner with the Phoenix on these Sober Open Mic Nights, and we're very grateful to our sponsors. CARE, is Darren in the house right now? Darren is here, but not here, but he's here. Darren is the founder and director, or executive director of Colorado Artists in Recovery. Very grateful for the work he does in the world and their sponsorship to make these possible. You'll be hearing from him later tonight. Our other sponsor that we're really grateful for is the Hornbuckle Foundation. Sarah texted me last night. Yeah, we can give it up for the Hornbuckles. She texted me last night and let me know that she was not able to make it tonight because something came up. Now, the good news is, if you come on Saturday night, I have a wedding. I get to officiate a wedding for some dear friends, but Sarah Hornbuckle is the guest preacher here this weekend. So if you want to hear from Sarah, she's going to be giving the message, and then she's also going to sing after that. It's going to be a great Saturday night. Come check it out. Those services are always geared towards people in recovery. We always break the silence of addiction together. So grateful to our sponsors, CARE and the Hornbuckle Foundation. And Vince, you want to come up and tell them a little bit about the Phoenix? Come on up here.
All right, what's up, everybody? Full house. Man, it's so good to see y'all. My name is Vince Huseman. I'm the community center manager at the Phoenix, so I manage all of our programs and operations at our facility downtown. So we are a sober, active community. It's that active piece that's really critical. And for me, in my early recovery, in my early sobriety, I got to a point where I felt like I wasn't living my life, and mainly like I wasn't having fun. And I think that's my son, actually, back there. And I think, at least for me, fun and community is such a critical piece of my recovery and sustaining my recovery. And I think that's what the Phoenix does really well. Get people together in a safe and sober, supportive environment through different free activities, events, and classes. Some of them are fitness-focused, outdoor activities, social events, music events, you name it. Any way that we can bring people together to build sober community, we do it. So if you want to find out more, if you're ready to have some more fun, download the New Form app. That's where you can find the Phoenix programming, or stop by, chat with me afterward. But yeah, this open mic has been incredible. Huge thank you to our sponsors, and a big thank you to Free. You know, we do a lot of incredible work, but it wouldn't be possible without the people who support us. So please stop by the CARE table and check out all the amazing programming that Colorado Artists in Recovery offers. And that's enough from me. We're going to get it going. We've got a good set list of performers tonight, so I'm so excited to have you all here. Is Joe Huseman in the house? You know, funny thing, we have the same last name. I've never met anybody with the same last name, and we argue back and forth about whose is spelled the right way, but he says it's his. But let's bring up Joe Huseman to the stage, please. Let him hear it.
How are we doing? Give it up for this free recovery community. This is such an amazing thing. If you haven't heard of me before, I do a show called Second Chance Comedy, and and we do shows all over Colorado themed around addiction and mental health and all the good stuff that we like to talk about, right? But we're going to be at the Bug Theater on Sunday. If anybody is interested in checking out a great comedy show, some of the performers that are going to be on that show, actually only one now because the other one backed up, but there's going to be one of the performers, she'll be on here tonight. But if you want to check out a great comedy show, secondchancecomedy.com is our website. We've got all our shows listed out there. And for anybody here, if you want to come Sunday, use SCC20 for a promo code, get 20% off. So that's my shameless plug. Give it up for the sponsors, CARE, and for those of you who come regularly, I'm a little bummed out that Sarah Hornbuckle's not going to be here. If you haven't seen her and her daughter Bella sing, come back. It's the most amazing thing you're ever going to see. So, or come Saturday even, see them sing. So, anyway, and we're also teaming up with the Hornbuckle Foundation on September 12th. We're going to be doing a comedy show with them at the Bug Theater as well. So yeah, anyway, but yeah, let's start things off with a little bit about me and, well, I guess my life. I recently went to the doctor. I feel like my doctor has just given up. Anybody else have that feeling when you go in for a doctor's appointment? I went in for a physical recently. Y'all know how fun physicals are for guys, right? And at the end of the conversation, when it comes to that great moment where you get that digital exam, you know, the finger in the behind, the doctor looks at me and he says, you know, we don't need to do this if you don't want to. How am I supposed to say yes to that? It's like, I paid the $10 copay. I want the exam, right? Like, but you know, it's been interesting. I also had an experience with kidney stones recently. Anybody else ever have kidney stones? Super painful. Had no idea what was going on in the moment. Thought I was dying. Thought I was going to have to call 911. But they say kidney stones are more painful than giving birth. Anybody heard that? Now, I've never given birth, but I say that's bullshit. Because I don't have to sit through a first grade dance recital for my kidney stones. Right? I don't have to pay for its college. And nobody's going to call CPS if I just flush it down the toilet. So. All right. If we go too far on that one. Yeah, so if you don't know me, something people tell me a lot is that I have an addictive personality. Anybody else? Yeah. That just means the shit we enjoy doing is self-destructive. Like I used to be a drug addict. I know, I look more like a guy that drives a PT Cruiser. I look like I go to PTA meetings to try to bully them into serving 2% instead of whole milk. I look like I have HOA mandates memorized. Right? But the problem is I always looked like this. Do you know how hard it was to be a drug addict when you look like this? Like even back in the day, my friends would go to pass me the pipe and they'd be like, "Are you sure you're not a cop?" That's affirmative. Just pass me the pipe, civilian. Yeah, when I got off drugs, I got a job at a tech company. It was a big challenge for me, a huge transition. There's not a lot of transferable skills from crack addict to tech company. But I struggle with some of the things they would say in meetings. They'd say things like, circle back. Like, is that when I drive around the block so I don't look suspicious in front of the crack house? I say, that's baked in. Is that when I'm too high to go outside? One time my boss comes up to me, he says, Joe, I'm going to need you to check in with our key vendor and make sure that they have an adequate supply of premium product in the pipe so they can keep up with the high demand. I'm like, do I need to use a burner phone for that? Something else about working in corporate America, the silly get-to-know-you things they would do, like icebreakers, they would call them. Things like 2 truths and a lie. Because I never knew what to say when it was my turn. It's like, well, let's see, I've got 3 DWIs, I had my car window shot out while driving in South Minneapolis, and I graduated high school at the top of my class. That's right, that last one's the lie. I didn't graduate. But the thing that bugs me more than anything as an ex-crack addict is when people compare random things to crack. You know, people say things, oh, this caramel corn is like crack. Wow, these cookies are like crack. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you've never smoked crack before. That's not how that works. Anybody ever work a double shift to buy a box of Thin Mints? You ever considered pawning Grandpa's antique pocket watch for some double stuffed Oreos? And I can guarantee you that nobody has ever sucked a dick for pecan sandies. I don't care how good your grandma's recipe is, that ain't happening. All right, you ready for your first performer of the night? We got some music coming at you from a man named Adam Smith. Where's Adam Smith? There he is. Come on up here. Good?
Especially through recovery, we go through such a wild transition, and I guess this song has some pretty wild transitions in it. So yeah, it's kind of a musical representation of what we go through. Can you hear it? Is it coming through the PA? There we go.
Thank you. Hello. Keep it going for Adam Smith. All right, I believe we've got another musical guest coming up here next. Drew? Drew, all right. Give it up for Drew. We could, yeah.
All right, I want to say thanks to the Phoenix and Care for having this event. It's nice. I write music under the name Nicky Duke currently. It's Nickeyduke, so you spell it like Mickey. And I don't know how this is going to sound, but maybe there would be a microphone usually on this tambourine. I better plug in. Is this the live cable? I got 25 days sober today. I came out here for a music project to Denver, and the bass player was spun, and some of the other members weren't sober, and I want to get sober. Is this live? I can't hear it. The guitar is? Can you guys hear that in the back? All right. The song's called Our Time Shall Come. She sleeps with me at night. She makes me feel alright. You're knocking at my door, but I can't hang on to you. You're messing with my sleep. Every time I try to think, what does this mean? Before my tears they shower down, and I wanted to be with you in the end. Maybe, baby, a time shall come. My soul, it's bleeding. All these feelings I can't change. Making crazy love our way. Making crazy love our way. Oh, making crazy love our way. A million miles away from you, so far away from you. That's how I'm feeling for sure. I try to break out of my mind to set it free from falling. I just want to be free from falling. But here I sit and cry. Why even try? And I wanted to be with you in the end. Maybe, baby, a time shall come. My soul, it's bleeding. All these feelings I can't change. making crazy love our way. Forever and ever 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 and ever. Forever and ever, ever and ever. Maybe, baby. Maybe, baby. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you I think about every day. Oh, no, 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 she's gone, 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 she is gone. Thank you.
Keep it going for Drew. Also, I forgot at the top of the show, I was supposed to remind everybody that you get 6 minutes at this mic. So at 5 minutes, you will get a light. It'll come from the back of the room. That means you have 1 minute left to get off stage. After 6 minutes, they'll start to dim the lights and dim the mic. And I know from experience that they will make the stage completely dark and turn your mic off while you're up here. So, yeah, 6 minutes, 5 minutes to get the light, 1 minute more, so that's your warning. I'm excited to introduce this next person. She is the newest addition to the Second Chance Comedy lineup. She's hilarious. Give it up for Zoe Metropolis.
Hi, everybody. Keep it going for Joe. This is a really cool event. I'm super stoked to be here. Yeah, I'm Zoe. Some of you guys might have seen me around before. You might recognize me. I'm a little locally famous, I like to say. You might have seen me on your Ring camera. Just pacing up and down the street, chain smoking cigarettes and drunkenly getting into arguments with myself. Yeah, that was one good thing about my particular brand of alcoholism, was that I got a lot of steps in. Like a nice Colorado alcoholic. Colorado alcoholics are like built different, you know? Like we'll go run a 10K with the girls, go out for bottomless mimosas and catch a DV charge by noon. It's amazing. We'll down half a bottle of tequila and call it an après ski, even if we haven't been skiing in 5 years. Yeah, but things are going a lot better for me now. I'm 953 days sober today. Thank you. I found it was really pretty easy to blend in as an alcoholic in Denver because people drink a lot here. You know, no one bats an eye when you go order your 4th super hazy triple hopped make out with someone's boyfriend lager by New Belgium. I think that's what it was called. I didn't really like pay attention to the names of stuff when I was drinking because I would read beer lists from right to left, starting with the ABV column. That's correct, yeah. So I'll have an 11%, please. In fact, make it 2 of those. 1 for me and 1 for the person that I'm going to be after I finish the first one. I know how she is, and she's not going to want to wait in line, okay? Yeah, I don't really miss alcohol. I don't really miss doing drugs, but I do kind of miss buying drugs. Like, I left my earrings at a friend's place recently, and she was like, "Oh, come on by and pick them up whenever you're in the neighborhood. And I was like, this is going to sound weird, but can I meet you in the parking lot of a King Soopers at 11 p.m. and buy them off of you for a small amount of cash just to feel like my old self again? Yeah. Maybe you could put the earrings in like a little plastic baggie. That would be fun. Put the plastic baggie in a Tupperware with some cookies. We can make it like incognito. That sounds exciting to me. I don't know. Yeah. I don't do drugs anymore, but I will go out of my way to get stung by a wasp just to feel something. Yeah. So far, my favorite part of the recovery journey has been my big hometown apology tour. Has anyone been on one of these? Hell yeah. Yeah. I'm from Fort Collins, and I had some amends to make out there, you guys. Holy shit. I thought about putting out just like a locally produced commercial so I didn't miss any spots. If you or a loved one has been negatively impacted by Zoe Metropolis, you may be entitled to compensation. Don't delay. Please call 1-800-I'm-SOWY to schedule your apology appointment today. I did kind of consider like renting out an office space for a day or something and just like booking the calendar up, you know? Thank you so much for hearing me out, Kenny. I got another ex-boyfriend coming in 10 minutes, so you gotta get out of here. Thank you. Yeah, I think people are generally surprised to find out that I'm in recovery. Obviously, alcoholics come in all shapes and sizes, but yeah, I don't know what people see when they look at me, but I do think I surprise them. For instance, I was at Front Range Community College recently. Go Wolves. And the thing about Front Range is that you can be in a science class with a 17-year-old or a septuagenarian. You never really know. But I'm on the grass between classes, just kind of getting some sunshine. And this very cute young man saunters up to me, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Peter. I'm a 21-year-old business major. Do you party?" And I was like, "Oh, Peter. Petey, 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 Petey." You could say that I have partied, yeah. I have a sponsor now. Do you know what a sponsor is? And he was like, "Oh, sick, like you're sponsored by Red Bull?" No, Peter, I am sponsored by Kelsey, and she makes me apologize to people. Thanks, guys. I've been Zoe Metropolis. Thanks for having me.
Keep it going for Zoe Metropolis. She will be on the lineup tomorrow night up in Fort Collins, her hometown, where actually all of her people that she upset and mistreated and betrayed, they're all going to be there. She doesn't know that yet, though, so it's her apology tour. Lincoln Center tomorrow if you want to come see her. Anyway, let's keep this going. Are we ready for some more music? We've got Joe Salazar coming up next. Where's Joe? All right.
Yeah? No? There we go. Cool. All right. It's kind of rad. Half my rehab is my old rehab is still here, so that's rad. My name's Joe. I'm 105 days sober, so this song's called Cold and Nowhere.
Just another night, this dollar is spent. I think of the old girl and where she went. Nothing seems to bring this true still, we call for good. Wondering if I get the call I should. This time will pass and I will bend. But for the moment, I'm cold and nowhere. You leave me hanging like a rolling stone. You make believe you're no one with no home. The guy is lying up to see the real you. I let them know you're full of false truths. So now I leave your land of lies. Please don't hear my silent cries. The winter is still, we call for good. Wondering if I get the call I should. This time will pass and I will bear. But for the moment, I'm cold and nowhere. Oh, I'm cold and nowhere. I'm cold. I'm cold. Oh, oh, oh. Moment I'm cold and nowhere. I'm cold and nowhere. I'm cold. I'm cold. Oh, 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 oh.
Song's called Myrtle Avenue, I think. Yeah, it is. Just kidding. I should know, right?
Baby, this ship is sinking fast. Oh, so fast. I've covered 4,000 miles and come to find it ain't not the same. A fifth and a half pack later and I still don't know what it is. So I take a subway right late night to Myrtle Avenue. The city don't even sleep on Sunday nights. The bright lights turn night to day and I can't close my eyes. My feet are soaked of snow and I'm stuck in Greenwich Village with nowhere to go, no, no. So I take a subway right early morning to Myrtle Avenue.
Good. I don't know how much time I have left, but thank you guys very much. And I just want you to know, like, sobriety is possible, and just keep going, man. Honestly, it feels great. I'm starting a new podcast in October, and I'm going on tour in New York City and Los Angeles in November. So yeah. If anybody is like a writer or a poet and wants to like release some stuff, I run a website called newdrivehome.com. Just get a hold of me, find me, and I'll I'll help you guys out. But everyone have a good night. Thank you very much.
Keep it going for. Hello. Keep it going for Joe Salazar. All right, y'all ready for some poetry? Stone, are you in here? There they are. Give it up for Stone.
Oh, God. Hello. I wish that I could lie to you guys. I actively just like wrote this poem in the back over there because of the way that I am as a person and the decisions that have led me to where I am. I'm just a procrastinator to my core. I wanted to write something based about recovery. Hi. But I have not written a lot of recovery poems recently. But I have written some love poems. And I feel like the intersection of those is very much like a circle. The two Venn diagrams are. I'm a Stone. My name is Stone. I do slam poetry. I'm very out of breath. So in the poetry community, I'm going to swear a little bit, I'm sorry. In the poetry community, you guys are also going to swear. We have this tradition where when someone says new shit, you yell it back. So I'm going to say new shit. I'm making eye contact with the one poet. So I'm going to go new shit. You guys are going to go new shit. Okay? Are we cool? Yeah. All right. New shit. New shit. I love this. Do we feel closer? Okay. So here's a love poem. Down the street from my apartment is one of those new age crystal shops. Looking out at the audience, I can tell most of you are familiar. You know, tie-dyes, crystals. I pop in sometimes on hot summer days when the waft of incense siren songs to me. I buy shiny rocks there, but you can also probably tell just by looking at me that I do that. Sometimes there are carved statues on every shelf. Some of them feel a little bit culturally insensitive, but a few of them are kind of cute. There's a statue of Psyche kissing her husband Cupid, revived by his tenderness after Venus tricked Psyche into falling into a coma. The goddess of the soul was near death when her lover, the winged, glorious Cupid, awakens her. And as she awakens, she languishes her arms up to run her fingers through his curly hair. He is supporting her in like a weird lunge position. And I think, for something so romantic, that looks super uncomfortable. The way she yearns for his warmth in the marble statue, and even though this is just a 6-inch recreation of a neoclassical statue from centuries before I was born, the gesture does make me feel kind of lonely. I do not remember the last time I allowed myself to be saved by love. The last time I let someone close enough to revive me from near death. I want to be saved by love, as I have saved others from love. I want to be damned, but I also want to be saved. I want to allow myself to feel that again and to love others the way I used to. I walk home that night after spotting the statue, and I text the guy that I have been seeing, the one that I've maybe been keeping at arm's length for a few weeks. I ask if I can come over. He responds rather quickly, which kind of scares me. And that night, we sprawl into each other's arms, languishing, relaxing. He strains his neck down to kiss me, and I think, for something so romantic, this is like super uncomfortable, actually. But I continue to find love where I am most uncomfortable. That's the first poem. As is my way, I'm going to do another poem. I think I have enough time. Please don't shut the lights out on me. I'm so scared. I watched that happen to one person one time. I don't know where Joe is. I was going to make eye contact with him. And now I'm scared for the rest of my life. But I wrote this poem. I started this poem when I was still in active addiction. And I didn't know an ending for this poem until I was sober. So even though it's like not about recovery, it is about recovery, blah, blah, blah. But the first draft of this poem was 8 pages long. It was an email to my therapist, and it was just the word fuck. In my notes app, I have unsent texts. One of them reads, "This is the loneliest I've ever been in my entire life," and I keep putting it into the text bar, but I can't figure out who I would even send it to. 2 of my friends have their locations shared with me. I pretend to not notice when I watch their 2 dots go to the same apartment building every night. I watch their little bubbles dance around almost voyeuristically, and then I remember that's weird for me to do. But secrets sometimes are my only company, but like most things, I can't keep them. 4 years ago, when I got out of my last long-term relationship, my therapist asked me if I thought I was going to die alone, and I told him, "Hey, not until you mentioned it." Also, for the record, I'm not going to die alone. I'm going to die surrounded by cats. My therapist asked me if I like my cat so much because she's the only person in my life where I feel like I don't have to earn her love. And I told him, "Hey, not until you mentioned it." Also, for the record, I have earned her love for sure. You should see my budget for catnip. My sister asked me to stop talking about my love life because she says that it depresses her. I didn't really understand what she meant by that until I realized that I was saying how I write Yelp reviews for restaurants if I eat there by myself so I can share the experience with someone. And I don't want you to hear this and have it sound like I don't have friends. I mean, I do, but also I keep the laundry on the other side of my bed so it feels less empty. And honestly, I'm like this close to tongue fucking an outlet just to feel something again. And I don't want you to hear this and have it sound like I'm desperate. I mean, I am. But I know what it is like to be loved by someone who makes you feel more alone than you did before. So for now, I am fine settling for my battery-powered feelings. Whether it be my phone, some of you guys laughed too hard at that. I don't know what you guys were thinking about. I was talking about my phone. In my notes app, I write love poems to myself, and they live there on top of a note of my body count list and also a note of every single password I've ever had in my entire life. And when it gets really bad, I pretend the love poems are from someone else, so I write another name at the bottom of them. I would write Timothy Chalamet. There it is! But I don't know how to spell it. But when I read them back, they're actually kind of good, so I should take credit for them. I'm a decent writer when I try to be, when they give me enough time on the goddamn stage. I know they gave me the same amount of time as everyone else. I'm going to complain. I'm a decent writer when I try to be, when the loneliness instead is a form of productivity, which is not as often as I would like. But I have to remind myself that being loved by me is a gift. And yeah, you know what? Maybe it's a gift where some people keep the receipt, but it is a gift. And it's one that I'm ready to accept now. Thank you.
Keep it going for Stone. By show of applause, how many people here tonight are in therapy? Yeah, that's awesome. When I started seeing my therapist, people started saying to me, they were telling me all the time, they said, "Joe, you deserve to be happy." I went and I saw my therapist and I told her this, and I said, "I don't know what either of those words mean, deserve and happy." She said, "Why don't you go home and look them up?" So I go home and I Googled the word, what does deserve mean? And the example sentence was, deserving of just punishment. Anyway, that's a funny thing when I started therapy. Anyway, let's keep this going. You ready for some more poetry? All right, Ryan. Where's Ryan? Give it up for Ryan.
All right. Hey, my name's Ryan. I'm an alcoholic, and love that. So recently, one of our members of a sober community was taken from us, and this poem is for her. It's a Lost Land prayer for Jack Scruton. Tell me, where is my friend? Tell me, where have you taken her? The paper read Jack Scruton, 34, last seen around 10 p.m. Her mother said, She's had a very rough life being transgender, but she survived, and I'm very proud of her. If she's out there alive, she's going to make it through this. But still no sight, still no sound. Almost 2 months have passed. Tell me, faceless, shrouded destroyer of freedom, where have you taken her? How do you dare disappear the best of us, the strong of us, the holy of us, the godly of us? She who transcends the thin divisions of groupthink, she who has bound it together in friendship those of every label of self, she whose community has sworn to search for her, she who is loved and will be loved in all time. Jacques Coutan, I am with you in this lost land hour of despair. I am with you in the spectral corners of unwritten history. I am with you in the fantastic monk man landscape of a more just world. I am with you in my memory as you cut my hair and gave me mystic crystal healing. I am with you as you discover your body of birth is not your body of self. I am with you as you discover your body of self provokes mindless mob disdain. I am with you as you face the crucible of becoming. Jax, they found your body yesterday. That body with top surgery, that body with hormone therapy, that body that was finally yours. That body that now belongs to no one. Jax, I don't understand how you could be so brave. I have a hard time being myself in a world that largely accepts me for who I am. When you told me about those men threatening you, one story among many, I gave you a look, and you said you don't like pity. Jax, you taught me so much of what it means to be brave. That tears are okay, but despair isn't. Jax, they found your body yesterday, but I still haven't been able to cry. Jacques Coutan, I am with you in this lost land where we both enameled reality with the real drug twilight of the soul. I am with you in this lost land where we discard our sense of time, journey, and the in-between. I am with you in this lost land where we truly have no sight beyond grim eternity. I am with you in this lost land where we are taught insanity by an insane country. I am with you in this lost land where we are taught humanity by the solitude of self, enriched by community. I am with you in this lost land where we grow beyond the boundaries of flesh. I am with you in this lost land where we grow beyond the boundaries of hate. I am with you in this lost land where we break bread with our toothless captors. I am with you in this lost land where our spirits tiptoe through brick and concrete and pine and every barrier that has been placed between us and heaven. I am with you in this lost land as the pale reflection of every mirror has been cracked, shattered, and reformed into mosaic proverbs with masses of full-hearted parishioners waiting for your holy return, the second coming of our trans savior, the rising, the rebirth, the renewal of faith in the best of us. I am with you in this lost land as the spirit of you melds into the spirit of me, melds into the spirit of all. Jax, I read this poem at an open mic, and someone there knew you because everywhere I go, someone knows you. They said talking to you was like their therapy, and that it's getting so bad for so many. And then we cried. The first time I cried for you was in the arms of a stranger, but because of you, in that moment, we weren't strangers at all. Jax, we are with you in a future more just than our past or present. We are with you where you were always more than the limits of these minuscule minds. We are with you where you were always more than your gender. We are with you where you have become love incarnate. We are with you where your love is our love, is all love. We are with you, we are with you, we are with you, and you are with us. Thank you.
Give it up one more time for Ryan. You know, that poem reminds me of something that happened recently with me. I was talking with a friend of mine, and she was feeling defeated, and she said her second son had gotten caught up with some drugs, and she said, so 100% of my children are caught up in drug addiction. And what I told her that night is that some of the most beautiful souls that ever came into this earth, onto this earth, looked around and said, what the fuck is this? And they found a way to numb it. And some of the most beautiful people that I've met in my life are people that are in recovery or people that are struggling with addiction or other challenges here. So, I don't know, that poem really touched me and it made me think of that. So, anyway, let's bring up your sponsor for the evening, Darren from CARE. Give it up for Darren.
Hello, everybody. I want you guys to just take a moment and look around you. Like, this is one of the most beautiful crowds I've ever seen to these events. You know, when we started this out, we were like, are people going to come? Or are they going to really enjoy it? And I heard someone describe sober open mics as the most beautiful creative experience in the world because everybody's there to celebrate those performers and lift each other up. We're not here for the drinks. We're not here to pick up people. We're here to just celebrate and support each other. You know, the Phoenix has a saying, we rise together, right? And that's the truth. We are our own support. It's the reason every 12-step group works. It's the reason every sober community event works because we're here as ourselves. We're not trying to put on a mask. We're just showing up authentically. And all these performers you see tonight are showing you who they truly are. And when they get to do that and you guys just applaud, it's the best feeling in the world. I'm with Colorado Arts and Recovery. And we found that in recovery, you know, you're going to get to a place where, you know, you do therapy and you start to feel better and you get 30 days and you're like, okay, I think I can do this. I made it 30 days. That's pretty good. How am I going to make it to a year? That guy has a year. I can't go a year. And the reality of the issue is you're not going to do it alone. You have to have support. And there are so many ways here in Colorado that you have support. Whether it be the Phoenix, I mean, they have literally thousands of activities. You can go on walks and climbs and just millions of things. Advocates for Recovery, Hard Beauty, Hornbuckle Foundation, all these places are just here to support you. And at Colorado Arts and Recovery, we know there's some artists out there. We know there's creatives out there. We know there's sensitive people because when you look out into like the creative world, every one of those motherfuckers is in recovery. And the only reason they're doing great things is because they're sober. So creativity, you can do sober, and you can do it so much better than you could when you were just getting fucked up. I want to celebrate Ryan. Ryan, that was the most beautiful poem I've ever heard. Thank you. I also want to promote Ryan, as he is one of our facilitators. We do Poetry Club on the fourth Wednesdays here at Free, in that big kids room over there, the fourth Wednesdays of every month at 6:30. The flyer's over here. I would love to see you guys come. You don't have to be a poet. You just come and write, and then we learn how to shape those poems, and then we learn how to get up and show everybody who you truly are. Every one of you is a writer, whether you think so or not. Also next Friday, we have an art show here. A lot of our artists are going to be showing their work here on Friday from 5 to 8 here at Free next Friday, August 1st. So please come to that. It's free. And if you're in Fort Collins, we have a bunch of events up there too. We have a drag show that's going to be amazing. It's called It's Giving. And it's going to be wonderful. So if you're in the northern Colorado area, please stop by and I'll give you one of the flyers. But most of all, thank you guys for being here and supporting these artists. And we hope to see you up here on stage one day.
Keep it going for Darren. I found out about them. That is an incredible organization and just a great idea. Just give people an outlet to explore their creativity. You know what he said earlier, when I got sober, I stopped doing drugs about 24 years ago. And And it was amazing. That first 30 days was just like crazy. Everything was getting better. Everything was wonderful. But then all of a sudden things got boring. And a friend of mine described it like taking off in an airplane. You know, you're running down that runway and everything's exciting. You're lifting up, you're getting higher and higher, and everything's exciting. But then suddenly you're just at cruising altitude and it's boring. But if you stay there, when you land, it's going to be beautiful. So if you're new to recovery, keep going. So anyway, let's keep this going. You ready for some more music? All right, we've got Steve Seeley. Oh, right here.
Is this working? Have you had luck with this second one?
Try this one, honey.
Okay.
Keep standing.
There we go. There you go.
Thank you. We do a little serious and we do a little funny. We'll start with serious.
That's me standing on the corner with my brand new sign. Broke down, I made it this morning, 'cause it was finally time.
That's me looking to strangers to help me make it through. At this point, my pride doesn't matter. There's nothing else I can do. And I watch you drive on by. Never look me in the eye. And it's just a step or two between me and you. Call it heads or tails, call it luck or fate, call it win or lose, it's just a step or two.
That's me sitting in my wheelchair.
That's me asleep on a bench.
That's my car where me and my kid lives.
That's my dog, he's my only friend. That's me with layers of jackets. That's me with holes in my shoes. We're old, we're young, we're the families. We could be you. And if there cannot be enough, does that apply to love? And it's just a step or two between me and you. Call it heads or tails, call it luck or fate, call it win or lose, it's just a step or two. As the city tries to clean us up, we still fall between the cracks on any night through any storm. These are the cold hard facts. Your sons, your daughters, your brothers and your sisters could use your helping hand. We're not expecting you to change the world, just do the best that you can. And the next time you drive by, look me in the eye. And it's just a step or two between me and you. Call it heads or tails,
Call it luck or fate, call it win or lose. It's just a step or two.
That's me standing on the corner.
We work at home, and we have 2 little dogs. And every day at 3 o'clock, our little dogs come into our office and they want to go for the walk. And it's not like 3:02 or 2:56, you know, it's 3 o'clock. If it's cloudy or sunny, our funny little dogs tell time. They pull us away every day from the daily grind. There's a 3 o'clock walk on the schedule every day. They come into the office, this is what they say. Let's go outside and take a walk. Let's take a break, we'll sniff, you'll talk. We'll all entertain a happy thought when we take a walk. I got a funny little house in a funny part of town. Say hi to the neighbors as we take a walk around. We pick up what the dogs lay down. We put it in a bag and we carry it around.
Yuck.
We go outside and take a walk. We all unwind, they poo-poo, we talk. We all entertain a happy thought when we take a walk.
You know, it's not all for the dogs.
That's true.
We sit in the office as the day we seize our backs hunched over, fingers on the keys, looking for truth as we stare at the screen. Is this our fate, to be part of a machine, our snap and our chat and our face in a book? The way we're going may be worth a second look. We could truly unwind, throw a chink in the cog,
Go outside and take a walk with the dog. Let's go outside and take a walk. We all unwind, they boop, we talk. We all entertain a happy thought when we take a walk. We go outside and take a walk. We all unwind, they poop, we talk. We all entertain a happy thought when we take a walk. We're just us. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Keep it going for Steve Seeley. All right, you ready for some more comedy? I'm excited to introduce this next guest. She is a regular on the Second Chance Comedy Show. This is her first time performing here at this open mic. I'm just excited she came down. Please give it up for Tara Check.
When I go home tonight, I'm going to tell my husband that if he doesn't have a song about our dog written and on my desk by morning, we'll start talking divorce. That was the cutest shit I've ever seen. I don't think I put off a particularly sexual energy. In fact, when I was in high school, I had a group of teachers approach me like, hey, you're a pretty big dork who makes good grades. Probably not getting much action. Did you want to be president of the Abstinence Club? Our Abstinence Club t-shirt said, abstain from sex to attain your goals. Yeah, no one's getting any action in that shirt, so it's sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. You may be able to tell visually that I've retired from abstinence. I am pregnant, yeah. Yeah. That's right, he left it in. I do wish that I still had the t-shirt though, so I could wear it to the hospital when I'm in labor. Just keep everyone guessing. I do worry that some of my personality quirks could negatively impact my child. Like, anytime that I try to show excitement or encouragement, people assume I'm being sarcastic. It's like, you know, I have trouble expressing emotions using my voice or my face. My niece did a cartwheel the other day, and I went, wow, impressive. I really did think it was impressive, but now my family just thinks I'm mean to children. But I think it's going to be okay, guys, right? It's, you know, a mother struggling to express her feelings to her child has never hurt any of us. We're all okay, aren't we? Naming your kids is hard. If anyone's ever had to do that, I'm sure they feel the same way. Like, you have to think about, what are the nicknames for this? Does this rhyme with any body parts? Oh no, these initials spell cock. Back to the drawing board. I have an extra challenge because my last name is Czech, and there are a lot of first names that make that a minefield. We can't name our kid Peter. Peter Czech, lifetime of ridicule. Can't name our kid Mike. People will come in, Mike Czech, 1, 2. They'll be tapping his head. Is this thing on? No, we're not doing that. Even if you think you thought of all the possibilities, I think things still come up. Like, my name is Tara, which backwards is a rat, which means that my brother and his friends called me Rat for 15 years of my life. My parents couldn't have possibly predicted that. I grew up with a set of twins, and I've always been fascinated by what their parents named them and how they came up with it. And I actually have a theory of what I think happened. So I think this mom was pregnant, and she wanted the dad to feel included. So she said, you know what, when our boys are born, you name them. And he's like, all right. So the first baby comes out, and he's like, this baby we're going to call Storm because he brings the thunder. Now, I'm from southern Indiana, where naming your baby Storm is totally normal, you guys. And then the second baby came out. He's like, all right, 2 babies. You know what, Marianne? I actually have a confession. I only thought of one totally badass name. Don't worry, I got this, though. Man's name. Male nurse, what's your name? Josh. All right, second baby, his name's Josh. All right, these are our babies. Storm and Josh. I'm not saying if you have twins that you have to name them like Tad and Ted, but at least get in the same ballpark, you know? Mary, Kate, and Ashley, Chip and Dale, whatever. I've been pretty lucky this pregnancy. I haven't had any of the like food aversions that people mention. There was an incident though where I had a whole raw chicken that I was gonna cut into its individual components. But then I picked it up and thought, man, this is kind of the weight and density of an infant. And then I looked at my skin, and I looked at my husband's skin, and I realized if you mix us together, it's pretty likely our offspring will come out the color of uncooked poultry. And then I got very uncomfortable about hacking this bird into pieces. So I just handed it to my husband, and I said, I can't do this. It looks too much like our baby. And then I left the room with no further explanation. So he's pretty confused right now. Guys, that's my time. You've been really fun. Give it up for your host, Joe Huseman, everyone.
Keep it going for Tara Czech. This Sunday at the Bug Theater, she will be on the lineup. She's going to do a lot more time than she did here, so come check us out at the Bug Theater, secondchancecomedy.com. All right, you ready for some more poetry? We have a Gwen Murphy in the audience. Gwen?
Cool. This is the biggest group of people I've ever shared this with. Thank you. I'm so pleased to be able to. Okay, so I want to introduce the background to this. This is not something I made up. It's made up by a man named Julian Allen. And the first time I ever heard it was on a CD on parenting by a certified nonviolent communication trainer named Mickey Kashtan. It was many years ago. The minute I heard it, I thought, I have to learn that. I have to share it. And I'm going to reach out to Julian Allen and ask his permission, and I promise him I will never, ever say it without giving him credit, and I never have, and I never will. So here we go. It's empathy rap. When trauma hits and heartbreak rips, we need support and love, not solemn bits and something hugs. I'm so sorry, and awkward pats on the knee, and that actually doesn't feel that great when your mom's gone and you can't heal that ache caused by your emotions being real awake. You just want presence, someone to sit there and listen and empathize back and swallow their wisdom. I don't want to wallow in criticism or follow what's missing, so missing this vision, the gist of what's living in me, the connection I felt when I could just be there for others, listen to loved ones, let them know you hear them and you're not someone who's here by custom, but you're someone who's here they can fully put trust in. This isn't just in. No one seems to know how to empathize, not fix it. Just sit with the woe. Let it be shown, with no judgments attached or bunches of facts or misperceived duty to trudge through the act of consoling when you're actually holding yourself aloof because you're also basking in mourning. There's no have-tos in support. Sometimes it's worse. If you can't sit with the person because you haven't sat with you first in sadness, it hurts. I know. That's why I'm speaking. I've found present such a powerful teaching, an hour of reaching relief by piecing back peace from receiving such deep support that I'm eager to weep and escort others to relieve their grief, not abort. So I'm putting this out, a request, something to invest in. If someone's in pain and you're willing to, a suggestion. Center your brain on the present of presence and in there remain as a blessing. Julian Allen.
Keep it going. Keep it going for Gwen Murphy. All right, I believe we have another newcomer here, first time performing at this open mic. I would love to share how he got a hold of me, but I'm not going to do that without his permission. So anyway, give it up for Anthony Mendoza. No? Anthony? Is he not here? Or not? Okay, he'll be a newcomer next time. All right, well, let's keep this going. What do we have next? You ready for some more music? All right, we've got Ryan Michael Knight. Ryan Bueller. Oh, I guess we had too many Ryans on stage tonight, wasn't it? All right, well, let's go. Next up, we've got more music. It looks like P. Derek Moore. All right. Hey, someone showed up.
Manageable alcoholic, I forgot my guitar, which is kind of astonishing. So this is the house guitar. I was going to do a couple of pieces out of this manuscript that I put together from this 2-semester-long workshop that I was in. And it has lyrics and songs and letters, and I'm going to do a song, and then I'm going to do a poem. soon as I get my pick out. And my name is Derek, and I am a grateful recovering alcoholic who has been sober for 388 days. Wow, this is way out of tune. This is called Butterfly Wings. You make me nervous and of no service. All punch drunk on syrup and wine. My heart's blazing steady, I'm reeling, I'm ready. While potentates and poppers entwine. As wise as Queen Maya and wide as Pangaea. Let's dive sky like butterfly wings. From sleepwalk samsara to sunstroke Sahara. Let's rise to die like butterfly wings. Breathlessly simple, I seek your temple. I long to feast my eyes while you eat. Amused like a diver and moist like Delilah. You kiss with bliss, fruits ripe and repeat. Concocting confection to forge our connection. With dishes light like butterfly wings. White oil fandangos with apples and mangoes. Spice slices and sliced butterfly wings. Serrated with yearning, unsated unlearning. We share a feast on blankets of silk. First peaches and cheeses and chocolate which teases. With angel cake and butterfly milk. Unfettered with craving, a thirst unabating. We dance with sighs like butterfly wings. Eyelashes like wires, embracing trace fires. Our flooded eyes like butterfly wings. And I'm debating. I'm not going to do the recovery poem I was going to do, but this is about somebody I met in recovery who I love very much. And this is called More Than Oxygen or Light. You sense a longing and organize beauty because you're afraid you wanted more than oxygen or light. Sam Phillips, Strawberry Road. Your quicksilver eyes shine like Gemini nebulae, divine sparks detailing your breathtaking face, composed within the living resonance of Goddess herself. Merely celestial matter remade materially mortal, your brilliant smiles echo like Mona Lisa's laughter, enrapturing me irresistibly in sonorous siren song. Your joyful radiance suspends my heart atop heavy water, with alchemical nuclear ruptures enfolded by deuterium and impossibly magical probabilistic entanglement. Like smoldering, delicious, diaphanous kiss-dimpled flesh, your liquid skin sublimates runic Enochian whispers, while exquisite words with sibilance manifest unspeakably. Your silken curves crest like urgent tachycardic pulses, while the sweet peaks of your svelte convexity sway, buoying breasts and hips swelling like billowing waves. Your voice edifies widening eyes with encyclopedic replies as inconceivable questions arrive, redefining paradigms like polyvalent broadbands from wry extraterrestrials. With wondrously articulate, experientially intangible winds, your touch electrifies wild storms of ion particulates, inculcating absurdly instinctive hunger within my soul. Tugging me elliptically nearer and crushing me rapturously, your fierce delight binds me by the tides of solar gravity, as ever you make me hotter and hotter, heavier and heavier. Yet the phrases I devise reprise like lingering goodbyes, shining like soul within my mind, even as I shutter my eyes, because I'd give my very life eternally to twirl the spiritually primeval sunshine of your long and lustrous curls between these yearning fingertips, finding in your every gesture blissfully delusional embraces amidst wistfully mercurial kisses. If I never caress your core, I will always bask in your corona. You may never pull me to your surface, but I will always orbit as you glow.
Keep it going for Derek. All right, next up we got more music. David. David, all right.
What a great crowd. Yeah, I've been sober for 5 years and 2 months. And this is a song I wrote to cheer myself up a few months ago. I'm walking on air as the sun comes up. I feel so alive as the light fills my cup. The smell of ryegrass and rose and the songs of the crows. My heart fills and grows to embrace this lifetime. Come with me to the hills and we'll climb up high. We can hang our blues in the clouds, sail them up to the sky. We will walk hand in hand, the view from there will be grand. We can understand how to be joyful. Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I forget. There is light just around the bend, I see joy there yet. This sparkling timberline lake, up among the bristlecone pines, and the breeze's breath of sage makes me feel so fine. We will go along the trickle and flow. This is how I know this life is a treasure. Thank you. And then this is a little instrumental ditty of mine. Thank you.
That was amazing, David. Keep it going for David. That was incredible. All right, we've got about 15 minutes left of this show tonight. We got 3 more performers we're going to try to get through. Let's see who's in the house here. Paris. Do we have Paris? All right, give it up for Paris.
All right. How's everybody tonight? This is my first time, so please bear with me. I'm going to read a poem, and it's called The Facts of a Beautiful Monster. There are days I can see the pain written across your face, times I can see the hurt when you stare off into space. I can tell when you're angry and in pain. Anyone that hurts you to your soul is truly insane. All you wanted was to be loved, cared for, and seen. I can see why you became so bitter, cold as ice, and mean. That person should have valued you and cherished you. You've become so numb to it, you're like, fuck it, I go through what I go through. There are people that love you and adore you. I wish you knew the value of who you are, like I do. There are moments when your heart aches and craves for her, but realize you're better than that. I wish you could see your worth. You're beautiful, intelligent, and worth the fight. You're a beautiful monster, that's always in my sight. In all true reality, you're the perfect girl. The next person that fucks with you should make you their world. I see you, I hear you, and want you to know that you are the best, beautifulest thing to walk this earth. These aren't lies I tell you, but the simplest facts.
Keep it going for Paris. All right. Next up, we have Colby. Is Colby in the house? Colby. Give it up for Colby.
It is bright up here. Oh my god. Okay, this is my first time here. I have 2 poems. The first one's kind of, I don't know, just getting into recovery and going through that stage. And then the second one is the aftermath gets better after the shitstorm. So here we go. This one's called Inner Demons. And bear with me, I'm very fucking anxious right now. Okay. They say close your eyes, count to 10. The monsters will go away once again. Yet every time I open my eyes, they disappear only for a while. They appear once more, pulling me to the floor, reopening my wounds to bleed, exploding, even harder than before. Hurting me to my core, I scream, no more, no more. Yet they are too strong this time around. I just want to be found. Alas, I am lost with my inner demons. Then one day I say hello to them and just try and talk. As we walk, they tell me their purpose. The more I do this, the smaller they become. So now every time the demons want to play, I do not hide, I seek. So this one's called Warrior Poem because everybody who's in recovery is a fucking warrior, so let's do this. Okay. Let's talk about shame. I went to a Catholic school as a kid, and that's shame heaven. Fuck heaven. Growing up, I remember loving unicorns. The more sparkles, the better. Then I started to realize the world is not such a sparkly, magical place. As young as 4 years old, I would pray to God. I believed was up there somewhere to stop my heart from beating once more. I was the one used to hold space for those who could not trace their own insecurities and fill the void they had with themselves. As I got older, I started to believe that I never mattered. I internalized what others put on me as though it was my purpose to save others from themselves. With this, I never learned to save myself from my own mind. After so many times of trying to leave this world from my own hands, as though they were literally choking me, I made my life a living hell. I felt like a failure. If I cannot even take myself out of this world that does not even want me here, what else is there? Fuck that. I will tell you what else there is. Yes, I made my own life hell, and now I choose to become queen of that hell. Love my whole self, the light and the dark, because shame is what others put on us. I am me wholeheartedly. I love the fuck out of that. If this world says I do not belong, I will still be here no matter what the hell anyone else says or does. I am finally beginning to find my inner unicorn, like my childhood self would have wanted. And in honoring my past selves that never got a chance to fully live, I will do that now. I trust myself. I want to be alive. I love myself. And I know now that life is a never-ending healing journey, and I will never give any parts to myself to anyone that does not deserve it ever again. I am me. Take it or leave it. I am too tired to care.
Keep it going for Colby. You said that was your first time? That was incredible. That was awesome. Great job. All right, we've got one more performer, Melissa. Or is Melissa in the house? All right. Give it up for Melissa.
I'm also very nervous, so. These are two poems that I wrote. I wake with ashes in my throat. Another night I couldn't float. The tide of numb, the pool so deep that even dreams forget to sleep. A whisper calls so sweet, so near. It promises to kill the fear. It knows the cracks inside my chest where pain is silent and never rests. I build my life from broken glass and then watch it shower hour by pass. A slave not bound by whip or chain, but by a needle's kiss of pain. The mirror shows a stranger's face, eyes hollowed out, erased by waste. I chase the highs like chasing light, but always end in darker night. They say there's hope, a way to climb, but I keep trading love for time. Each lie I tell, each bridge I burn, is just a lesson I will not learn. If freedom knocks, I wouldn't know. My master's voice won't let me go. And so I kneel with a shaking hand, a ghost that time won't understand. But still inside this quiet scream, a flicker flights, a dying dream, that one day I'll break free and find the soul I left so far behind. Thank you. In shadows deep where demons play, a soul entwined in disarray. A battle waged, both fierce and grim, in the heart ensnared by one in sin. Through murky nights and endless days, a spirit wrestles a haunting haze. Substance whispers a tempting guise, a dance with darkness in the addict's eyes. The battlefield, a mind besieged by cravings strong and urges unappeased. Or war within, a struggle unseen, as addiction's grip pulls ever keen. Yet in the midst of this relentless flight, a glimmer of hope, a dimming light, a warrior rises from depths so low to face the demons to overthrow. Through valleys dark and mountains high, they march with courage beneath the sky. With every choice, a step to make, to break the chains or a fall to take. The scars they bear like badges worn, the tales of battle, tears and scorn. Yet deep within is strength untold, a resilient spirit, a heart of gold. Through therapy's embrace and supports from hold, a path unfolds where healing is told. A community stands with open arms to shield the wounded from addiction's harms. For in this struggle united we stand, to extend a helping, compassionate hand, to lift the fallen, to mend the broken, in the fight against addiction, words unspoken. O valiant soul in shadow strife, may you find the strength to reclaim your life, to emerge triumph from the dark, a phoenix rising, leaving behind the mark. In this poem's verse, let hope arise, a testament to the one who defies. For in the battle against addiction's plight, there lies within the power to ignite.
Keep it going for Melissa. All right, since we had a couple of no-shows, we're going to have one more quick poet come up here. Give it up for Kate.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm an alcoholic. My sobriety date is August 17th, 2011. It's been a journey, and it undulates upward like the stock market or weight loss. But this is a poem I wrote about my journey. I am not softly rising. I am a stunning collision of chaos and art, a whirling dervish, a ripping tornado, a fucking phoenix fire angel, crucifying the bondage of silent sedation. I am stitched together by God, his mystic warriors, angels, archangels, all the saints, ancient wisdom, Pachamama, my stoic heroes, and every mother who raised me. I cling to God, sobriety, my people, muscle, health, nutrition, hydration, infinite prayer, and a truckload of sacred defiance. I set free the grouch and the brainstorm. I eradicated diabetes, suicidal ideation, depression, anxiety, alcohol dependency. But I remember the girl who trusted, the woman who smoldered under white coats, endless pills, quiet compliance, never to dream, never to feel. But I found my agency. I am a woman, WOMYN. Hear me roar. Now I get to walk wide-eyed, not to mourn, but to live, not to return, but to reclaim, not to please, but to simply be, cracked open, spoken in sobs, shared in countless rooms where healing echoes back to me like a brilliant mirror. Color shimmers, art moves me to tears before I even know why, especially my daughter Abby's art. Music doesn't play, it pierces, it radiates through my palms. Skin is sacred. This is not fast food. This is slow food, salivating spices from God's garden. Juice of labor drips down my grateful throat. I'm surrounded by holy clouds of chocolate chip cookies, lilac, lavender, gardenia, plumeria, sea salt, grass, earth. I'm a blooming rose, and still my blood hums. What now? Don't mistake my busyness for surrender. I am listening. I am learning. I am becoming. Not what the world permitted, but what I was always meant to be.
One more time for Kate. I hope you all had a wonderful evening tonight. The next open mic here will be on September 18th, same time, same location. Hopefully mix of new performers, old performers, all the great stuff. Come back and see us. And if you're looking for something sober and fun to do, we'll be at the Bug Theater on Sunday. And come to service tomorrow night or Saturday night here. Have a great evening.